This happened about 6 months ago. I've been driving for rideshare services for a while now, mostly late at night. The roads are quieter, the tips are better, but the trade-off, sometimes you pick up things you can't explain. I've had my fair share of weird passengers, drunks, creeps, people who talk to themselves, but nothing comes close to what happened that night. I didn't have a dash cam back then, but after that night, I bought one the very next morning. It started off like any other shift. Just me, my worn-out 2010 Toyota Camry, and the occasional creaks from the suspension that I kept telling myself I'd get fixed. The city was dead silent, which is exactly how I liked it. Around 2:30 a.m., I got a request. A pickup from a gas station just a couple of miles away. Seemed normal until it wasn't. As I pulled into the station, I immediately felt it. That gut feeling. You know the one? The feeling that something's just off. The gas station was closed. No lights, no cashier, nothing. Just an empty parking lot, except for a single figure standing near the curb. He was tall, too tall, at least 6'5" or more. His hoodie covered most of his face, but I could see his pale hands, long fingers, unnaturally thin. He didn't wave, didn't step forward, just stood there, waiting. I hesitated before unlocking the doors. Something about him sent chills up my spine. But hey, a ride is a ride, right? Big mistake. He got in the back seat, dead silent. The smell hit me first. Something damp, old, like rotting wood and cold air. "Where to?" I asked, trying to sound normal. Then, in a low, gravelly voice, he muttered, "Just drive." I waited for him to give me a destination, but nothing. "Sir, I need an address." Another pause. Then, "Straight ahead." Something about his tone felt wrong, flat, hollow, but I shrugged it off and started driving. The road stretched out in front of us, empty, just streetlights flickering every few blocks. I glanced at the rearview mirror. He was sitting too still, not checking his phone, not shifting in his seat, just staring. I tried to make a conversation. No answer. "You from around here?" Still nothing. Then, quietly, he whispered, "You're going the wrong way." My stomach tightened. He told me to go straight. "Where do you need to go?" I asked. No response. But something felt different. The air in the car seemed thicker, heavier, and when I checked the mirror again, I swear to God he was sitting closer. I pulled up the app to check the ride details. The name listed was just unknown. No profile picture, no past rides. That wasn't possible. The app required names and photos. I felt a chill crawl up my spine. "Hey, did you order this ride?" I asked. Nothing. I was about to cancel the trip when, out of nowhere, he said, "You've picked me up before." My fingers froze over the phone. "No, I don't think so," I muttered. "Yes, you have." I glanced back. For the first time, he tilted his head slightly upward, and I saw his eyes. They weren't right. Too dark, too deep, like staring into a hole with no bottom. My grip tightened on the wheel. "I don't think so, man," I said, trying to keep my voice steady. A long pause. Then he whispered, "You don't remember?" I turned my eyes back to the road. I just wanted this ride to end. But then I noticed something that made my stomach drop. The street, the houses, the flickering streetlights. We had driven down this same road 3 times already. I pulled over. "Hey, I need an actual address, or I have to cancel the ride." Silence. Then, very slowly, he leaned forward, close enough that I could hear his breathing. "You can't cancel a ride that never started." I checked the app again. No ride in progress. The request was gone, like it had never existed. I felt ice creep up my spine. My hands started shaking. I turned back. The seat was empty, but the door had never opened. I slammed my foot on the gas and drove straight home. I parked outside my building, hands still trembling, and checked the ride history. No record of any trip that night. No pickup. No unknown rider. Nothing. Then my phone buzzed. A notification from the rideshare app. "Thanks for the ride. See you soon." My blood ran cold. I clicked the notification. It opened to a passenger review. 5 stars, and attached was a photo of me driving, but in the reflection of my rearview mirror, there was a shadow and a pair of dark, empty eyes staring right at me. I deleted the app that night, never drove for them again. I installed a dash cam the very next morning, but deep down, I knew. It wouldn't have made a difference, because some rides, they don't show up on the app, and some passengers, they were never really there.